All right, our retiring members, we're happy for to have had each of those. Ann Barton, John Holmgren, Rod Johnson, Vicki Kimso, Richard Nargis. Richard did a very professional job as our president for the last number of months. Charlie Robin, yes. Gary Rother, thank you. Mark Schneider, Steve Caruso, there's a pretty name to say, and Renee Wagner Garrity. So let's give them a hand. Okay. We have some other positions mentioned, and if it's okay with you, I'm just going to highlight a couple of them. Mark Mudra there's a list of new training this summer, and there are all kinds of things at Lifetime. Mark is sort of the general patent of our organization. He forges ahead and does a lot of things, and then we try to keep up with him. But he's done a great job on that. And one other person I have to mention, you know, you'd think they'd find somebody that's really smooth at this stuff. Not a guy that's to look at everything here. All right, David Summer. There's David. Yeah, and David is it's spelled S-O-M-M, but it's Summer, right? But we pronounce it. So I just learned that today. I think we could have given a hand to Mark also. Great go, Mark. Thank you. And yeah, David, he does our newsletter. He does the website. He spent 80 hours on the Jack Dowell tournament, and I'm going to talk about the Jack Dowell before we get to the Jack Dowell award winner. So we're going to touch on that. And I asked Mary Kaminsky, who's our advisor for the board and for the club. I said, "What should I say about you?" And she said, "Well, I've been I've been a member since, and on the board too. Anyway, a member since 1984. So I asked her when the organization started. She said it was 1982, so she got in a little late, but I think we should give her credit. 92, 102. Thank you, Mary. She's still keeping us on the straight and narrow, so I appreciate it. And also we want to mention the event arrangers today, the people that helped us make that happen. Ann Barton, Mary Ann McGuire, Lee Peterson, Kathy Short, and Renee Wagner Garrity. And David printed up our what we have here to look at to tell things. Okay, let me just touch on the Dowell. We're moving right along here, so don't give up on us. I know when you're at a banquet like this, it's sort of more fun to just talk to the people at your table, but so we try not to make this too long. All right, the Dowell tournament. Ken Landro was probably the chief one to organize this, and I asked him for some information about it, and he really didn't talk about his job. He talked about the people that worked with him. This was the second largest turnout we've ever had for this. We had 120 people, 71 events, and a lot of positive comments about how it went. So the people that worked with this, Roz Bernstein, Ken, Mark Schneider, David Summer, Joan Thomas, and Renee Wagner Garrity. We're going to learn that name if we keep working on it, aren't we? She's working on it herself, she says. All right. Wanted to give special thanks to some of our senior tennis instructors who served as roving officials for the Dow. Mike Carr, are you here? Thank you, Mike. Duncan Welty. Duncan, are you here? Thank you, Duncan. And Dwayne Ryman. Dwayne is always recruiting. He says, I haven't seen you at Breck School lately for those drills. I was told that they like to have, you know, the same people coming back over and over, but they also like to have new people because Dwayne says they're not trying to teach you tennis, they're just maybe if they can correct one little thing that you didn't realize that, you know, maybe instead of aiming for the sideline, aim just a little bit inside the sideline, whatever the hint might be. That's what they want you to learn. Our inner city tennis, we've heard things about it and changes. It's, I understand it's still a great program for kids of all a huge variety of ages. Mr. Boyer said that he talked about that program and people were very excited until they learned that it was possible because of the senior tennis players, volunteers, and they said we don't think we can replicate that in Cleveland or Detroit or wherever they were from. So let's give them a hand too, if you.